I will start with introduction. There are various types of industrial sectors, but we have selected the construction for our analysis. Construction sector, including industry like quarrying, stone cutting, and concrete production, plays a key role in driving economic growth. However, this industry exposes workers to various workplace hazards and diseases. Occupational diseases are health problems caused by long-term exposure to workplace risks such as dust, chemical, noise, and physical strain. Then, silicosis is one of the most serious health concerns, especially in construction. What is silicosis? Silicosis is a long-term lung disease caused by inhaling fine crystalline silica particles which found in materials like sand, stone, and concrete. It mostly affects workers in industries such as construction, mining, and quarrying, where tasks like cutting, grinding, drilling, and crushing produce silica dust. When inhaled, these fine particles penetrate deep into the lungs, causing inflammation and scarring of lung tissue, known as fibrosis. Over time, this leads to reduction in lung function. Silicosis is irreversible and worsens even after exposure stops. Not only that, silicosis increases the risk of other serious conditions such as tuberculosis, lung cancer, and COPD. The main symptoms of silicosis are persistent cough, shortness of breath, and chest pain.
Next, I will proceed with the data analysis. Our group found an article that presents data on quarry workers affected by silicosis, dividing them into two main groups. Group 1, categorized as a low-risk group, includes workers with minimal exposure to silica dust. This group consists of office staff, workshop workers, watchmen, and general laborers who are responsible for cleaning the compound or office. These workers visit the quarry occasionally, mainly to collect wages, and also to be include those with less than 5 years of exposure to dust. On the other hand, Group 2 is categorized as a high-risk group comprising workers with significant exposure to silica dust for more than 5 years. These workers are directly involved in quarry operations such as drilling, blasting, and working in highly dusty areas like crushers, grinding bunkers, and premix plants. Next, Table 2 presents the finding of a radiological study conducted on 226 workers in the high-risk category, which is in Group 2. The workers were categorized based on the duration of their exposure to silica dust. Among them, 57 cases, which is 25%, were diagnosed as positive for silicosis, while other 70 cases, which is 8%, were classified as suspected silicosis. The remaining 152 workers, which is 67%, were negative, showing no signs of the disease. These findings indicate that the longer a worker is exposed to silica dust, the higher the chances of developing silicosis. Prolonged exposure increases the accumulation of silica particles in the lungs, leading to greater health risks over time. This highlights the importance of implementing strict safety measures and regular health screening to protect workers in high exposure roles.
Next, Table 3 shows a 32.7% prevalence of silicosis, which are 74 cases among workers. Prevalence increased with longer exposure durations, 11% for 5 to 9 years, 27% for 10 to 14 years, 46% for 15 to 19 years, and 48% for more than 20 years. By age group, no cases were found in workers aged 20 to 29 years old. Prevalence increased with age, 17% in the 30 to 39 years group, 37% in the 40 to 49 years group, and 46% in workers over 50 years old. Table 4 highlights other radiological findings apart from silicosis. These include pulmonary tuberculosis, 13 cases, which is 6%, mostly all sequelae; silicotuberculosis, 12 cases, which is 5%, with combined sign of silicosis and tuberculosis; interstitial fibrosis, 18 cases, which is 8%, likely due to silica dust deposition; and emphysematous changes, additional evidence of lung damage.
I will explain strategies related to silicosis. The prevention strategies to reduce silicosis risk in the workplace. First, dust separation. It can be achieved by adopting wet drilling method and using water spray during crushing and grinding activities. Additionally, enclosing dust generating operation can significantly minimize airborne silica dust. Next, proper use of PPE is essential. Workers should wear N95, respirator or higher grade mask along with protective clothing. It's equally important to ensure regular maintenance and correct fitting of the equipment for providing maximum protection. Lastly, improving ventilation is critical. Installing the local exhaust ventilation system with HEPA filter help capture dust at the source. Maintaining good airflow will further dilute contaminant in the work environment. Now, let's move on to strategies to control the spread of the disease. First, environmental monitoring. Conducting regular silica dust sampling using NMAM method 7-602 ensure accurate measurement of the exposure level. Additionally, real-time dust monitoring in high-risk area allow for immediate action when level exceeds safe limit. Second is health surveillance. High-risk worker should undergo manual health checkup, including lung function tests and chest X-ray monitoring. Exposure history can also help identify early signs of silicosis or other respiratory issues. For affected workers, immediate medical support is vital. This includes providing prompt diagnosis and treatment for silicosis case, integrate tuberculosis screening, and treatment should also be offered as TB is closely linked to silicosis. Additionally, training programs are an important part of treatment, and providing workers need to be educated about silicosis hazard, proper use of PPE, and safe work practice. Supervisor must also be trained to monitor compliance and enforce safety protocol effectively. Lastly, addressing risk factor ensure a safe working environment. For environmental risk factor, it's crucial to keep silica dust concentration below OSHA and NIOSH permissible limit of 0.05. Regular sampling using NMAM method 7-602 help to achieve this. For worker safety improvement, we need to regularly maintain and calibrate dust aspiration system and PPE, creating the strong culture of safety through leadership, commitment, and worker engagement is equally important for long-term success.
Thank you, my friends. So this is my part, the conclusion part, the final part for the presentation. So in summary, silicosis is a preventable yet severe occupational disease that affects the construction workers through the poronolite exposed to the silica dust. So by implementing the effective dust suppression, so we must use the PPE like N95 respiratory and ensure the proper ventilation and conducting the regular health monitoring. So we can reduce this risk at the workers and the construction site. So we must training and give the medical support to the workers in creating the safe workplace. So let's commit the furthering the safe culture at the workplace and prioritize the workers' health. So thank you and have a nice day. So this Assalamualaikum.